Good afternoon, Ron here with Precision Sails, doing a walk around of a Crown 28 mainsail, and this is made from our Precision 400 series Dacron. Absolutely beautiful sail. This gentleman opted to have 4 partial battens with 1 reef point, and we've gone with blue draft stripes, and we doubled those up just to add a little difference there in a sea of white. It's nice to have a couple of different draft stripes out there so you can tell where your friends are. So let's take a quick walk around here. We'll start down here in the tack corner and just want to take a look at this clue ring here, or sorry, tack ring, and take a look at the webbing and the way that's sewn on there to make sure it's picking up all the forces going vertical, horizontal, and then diagonal across the sail. And you can see the foot line there as it comes through. It's a bit slack right now, but you can see that. And then we've got a Cunningham built into her. And notice the block patching, very nice, nice oblong shape there, teardrop shape. And then something I wanted to just to kind of point out here, that we do also reinforce in around that that Cunningham as well, and you can see that reinforcements in there a little bit as well. So very nicely done as far as reinforcing those corners. Just take a quick walk down the foot, so you can see the quality of that. Now this is a loose-footed mainsail for this Crown 28. And so what we've got that'll slide down the slot in the boom is this slider, and that's been webbed on to the clue ring. And then we've also included this Velcro strap. Now the Velcro strap doesn't need to be used every day. However, I'd keep it handy. Most guys just kind of put it on and leave it on, but it is there for heavier winds to make sure that we pick up some of that load. So it's just to make sure that that little clue slug there doesn't pick up too much load. So we've added a couple of nice little features here. You can see this great big clue reinforcement. Really like it, beautiful. And we've added a couple of things, and I think I'll show you some of them as we kind of get up higher. But here's the reef point that we've put in this sail. Really nicely done. Notice that it is exactly the same as the clue. And then we've added a reef belt that goes across the sail. Additional reinforcement. Most sail makers aren't adding those in there, so if you're comparing apples and apples, make sure that you're getting that. And then let's just walk up here a little bit. And so we've got this really nice kind of belt that comes up out of that corner and up the sail, and it ends after the first reef point there. So that's moving some of those forces up and out of that corner. And then something else that we can see here, this is called a Leech seam wedgie. So as this broad seam hits the leech of the sail, we've put this triangle patch of Dacron on there, and that is there to make sure that seam doesn't split open. Very common for that seam to split when you get overpowered. And something else that you want to notice here, we'll focus in on this Leech seam wedgie as well, but notice there's 2 rows of tape. So there's, you can see the double row of stitching there. It might be hard to come out in the video, but there's 2 rows of tape here, and we've done that just to reinforce this sail a little bit extra on the Leech. So really nicely done. And then these partial battens, I do love the fact that we build our battens with nice reinforcements at the end so that there can't be any puncturing or anything like that. And then our batten pockets are separate, so those get sewn on top. If there is any issue with that sail, or sorry, with the batten, cracking, splintering, anything like that, it's not going to damage the sail. So that's part of our 400 series. We do that sort of reinforcements for that. So this is a really nice sail, and I've just scooted in behind here so we can get a good idea of the quality of this cloth. This is made by Challenge Sailcloth. I believe this is their high modulus, and I'll just kind of come down so you can see how close I am. There's those draft stripes, so you can get a good idea of the weave of the cloth and what she consists of. So I'm just going to scoot over here. We'll take a look as we walk down this luff. We'll stop at one of the sliders and do a bit of a closer examination of those. Now, as we're coming down here, just past that draft stripe there, you can see the luff belt that comes up out of the tack, similar to the Leech, where that's bringing those forces up out of the corner. And so here's one of our sliders, and on this sail what we've done is we've done plastic sliders or vinyl sliders where we can, And we've added stainless slider at the reef point because we know it's a heavy stress or heavy load area. So this slider is webbed on, and the way that we web those on is that figure 8 knot there. And you can see the Dacron patch in behind, and then the vinyl patch. Hopefully that comes through in the video, and you can see that as well. So that stops any chafing. So there will be no jamming or anything like that because of the way we put them on, and they should last a good long time and not damage your sail. So here's an example of at the reef point. We've got a stainless slider, and we use them, as I said, sparingly because stainless and aluminum don't really mix very well. Stainless will always win, so that'll do some damage to your mast. So we try to limit the use of them just where we need the strength. So there you go, guys. That's a fantastic example. Crown 28 mainsail made from the 400 series Dacron. If you're interested, click the link below and we'll get you a quote.